Good morning to a brand new day. Time to learn and games to play. Learning things is so much fun. Learning is good for everyone. Beep. Yeah. Oh, hey, welcome back to the ranch. Guess what? Today's Friday. What does that mean? It's reading day. This is the day that we take all those things that we learned this week and use them so that we can read and write. Now listen, I've been telling you a few times this week that if you will send me some things that you've learned this week, I will send you an activity book. I am excited to hear of all the people who have written to me, and I'm excited and waiting for you to write to me as well. I hope you will. Well, let's talk about our day today. We have our essential question, and it says, how can people help to make your community better? Let's help out. Let's take a look at some of the books that we can read. We have, this is a story about a president. A president helps the community. Ooh, this is a great story, Saving Sweetness. It's about a foster parent. Foster parents are very important to our community. And bus drivers, and trash collectors, very important job for sure. Well, that leads me to the book that we're going to do today. The title of our book is Road Work. It's about some people who help in our community. These are construction workers, and they use all kinds of cool tools. Road work. This is the front cover, this is the back cover, and this is the spine. Now remember, when we read books, teachers love to ask questions to see if you remember what you've read. And so I'm going to be asking questions. The last thing I want to tell you is that remember, there's two types of text. There's narrative text and informational text. And guess what? This is definitely a narrative text. It is a great story. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you enjoy this video.
Road Work by Sally Sutton and illustrated by Brian Lovelock. Road work. Plan the road, mark it on the map. Hammer in the marking pegs, ping, bang, tap. Move the earth, dig and cut and push. Clear a pathway for the road, screech, boom, whoosh. Load the dirt, scoop and swing and drop. Slam it down into the truck, bump, whomp, whop. Tip the stones, lift and slide and dump. Lay the groundwork for the road, crash, roar, thump. Pack the ground, roll one way then back. Make the roadbed good and hard, clang, crunch, crack. Seal the road, make it hot and squishy. Spread the sticky tar and stones, splooshy, splashy, splishy. Roll the tar, make it firm and flat. Squash it down and press it out, squelch, pluck, splat. Stop the work, time to break for lunch. Sandwiches and drinks and fruit, gulp, slurp, crunch. Mark the road, give the paint a squirt. Paint the lines in nice and straight, whiz, splop, splurt. Raise the signs, drag and hoist and ram. Force them down into their holes, thwack, whop, wham. Light the road, no one wants a crash. Test the lights and watch them shine, flick, flack, flash. Plant the trees, dig and stamp and lug, water them to help them grow, drip, drop, glug. Tidy up, Lift and load and sweep. Drive away those big machines. Swish, chug, beep. Shout hooray, the work is done. Ready now? Let's zoom. Drive along your brand new road. Toot, honk, vroom.
Hey, did you enjoy that story? I hope you did. Okay, now you remember that the teachers are going to ask you questions. Are you ready? I'm going to ask you questions. Here's my first question. What are some of the first things to do in making a new road? What did they say? Well, we can find it on page 5. And it's okay to look back at the book and see if we can see the answers to those questions. Let me find page 5. Here it is. What were some of the things that they had to do? Ah, there they are. Plan the road. Plan the road. Mark it on the map. Hammer in the marking pegs. Those are all the things they had to do. The first things they had to do to get ready to build the road. All right, here's another question. How do some of the big trucks help? How did they help? Right, they moved the earth. They moved the earth and they loaded the dirt and then they dumped the dirt. Let's look at that. Look. Here it is. Right here. Move the earth. They moved the earth. Ooh, let's see where they had load the dirt. Oh, here it is, next page, very next page. Load the dirt. And then, what was the last thing they had to do? Right. They had to dump it. They had to dump it, right? You guys are so good. You've been listening to the story. That is amazing. All right, here's the last question I have. What items need to be placed along the sides of the road before the drivers can use the road? Do you remember that one? Okay. What did they have to put on the road? Oh, I remember. I have it right here. Remember? Oh, right. They had to put up signs. Drivers need to know where to go, so that's what the signs are for. And what else? Right. They had to put up the lights. They had to put up the lights so that they can see where they're going, maybe at night. And then they had to plant trees to make it look beautiful. Let's look. Let's see. You can see it right here at the back of the book. Oh, uh-oh. That's where they had to put up signs so that people know where to go. If you didn't have signs, you might end up where you don't want to be. And there's where they had to light the road. Right. I want to stop there for a while because I want to go back and I want to talk about this page right here. I want to talk about two things. The first thing is going to a return sweep. Well, remember, when you go to the end, where do I go? I have to go back to the front and go down one line, and then I can read it again. Do you see that? And then the other thing I want to show you is, what if I had a sentence like this? What if I had a sentence like this? What's the problem? I can't read it. It's too hard. Why is it too hard to read? I'll tell you why. Because it doesn't have spaces. Spaces are very important, boys and girls, because it helps me to read the word. So now if I take this one and I put spaces in it, it says make it hot and squishy. Oh my goodness. We are going to use our skills to learn how to write. I have something right here. It says, what do you need to make a road? What did they need to make a road? They need a plan. So the plan is where they have a piece of paper and it says where the road's going to be and how they're going to do it and all that. So what do you need to do? You need a plan. Oh, we're going to write that. How many words are in that sentence? You need a plan. 4. Right. You need a plan. Do you hear the sight words in that one? You need A. U and A are sight words. So if you know them, you'll be able to write them. Here we go. By the way, the clue is that they're right over there on our sight word board. Let's do those sentences again. You need a plan. What was the first word? You. Right. So I'm going to write you. Do you know how to spell you? Right. Y-O-U. And I have to do an uppercase letter because a sentence has to have an uppercase letter at the beginning. Okay, so here we go. Our sentence is you need a plan, and I have you. What's the next word? Need. We've been talking about beginning phonemes. What is the beginning phoneme in need? N. So N is for N. All right, here I go. Do you notice how I did the space there? I did a space because we just talked about that. It helps us to read. Need. I'm going to spell the rest of it now. E-E-D. Good. That's two words. Let's keep going. Our sentence was, you need a plan, and I have you need. What was the next word? A. Sight word. How do you spell A? A. A spells A. There I go. All right. What was our sentence? You need a plan. I have you. I have need. I have a. What was my last word? Plan. Right. Let's use our skill that we learned this week for beginning phonemes. What was the beginning phoneme and plan? Plan. Right. P is for P. So I'm going to put my space there, and then I'm going to start writing my word. P is for P. Pull. L. Yeah. Pull. Is for A. And what's the last sound? N. N is for N. Right. So I have the sentences, you need a plan, and I have you, I have need, I have a, and I have plan. Did we finish all our words? Right. So what do we need? You have to have a punctuation. I'm going to put a period. So you need a plan. I'm finished. I'm finished. So let's check it and just make sure it's a sentence. Do I have an uppercase first letter? Yes. Do I have a punctuation? Yes. Oh, here's my noun, you, and here's my verb, need. I have a sentence. Oh, we have been working so hard this week on all those skills, and now we've used those skills to help us read, and we used all those skills to help us write. You're amazing. You can do it. And what's more, we'll have a chance next week to learn some more. That's right. We can learn how to read and write with the skills that we learned right here at the ranch. We will see you next week. Bye. Good morning to a brand new day. Time to learn and games to play. Learning things is so much fun. Learning is good for everyone.